saw what happened. So, as far as I know, there is no record of an archetype whose existence was only theoretical. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, do you understand? Used not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere that is what it truly means to be a hero. What glorious coincidence indeed.
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? Yes. I swear I've heard it. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hard.
If it is answers you seek...
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, all our preparation.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end. Of course. No way.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As you...
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be. Let's move!
You see?
Yeah. After having made so many, their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on. They head to Grand Trad.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found.
Speaking of which, I don't see...
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church...
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too different.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself.
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us?
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independent.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magl. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince. How interesting. After these long...
Lord Luis, what is it? Yeah, I won't let it end like this.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal...
Excellent. As planned...
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty.
Rest assured.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidate?
What are you trying to say? You...
Oh, no, of course not.
I'll call that bet.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tides? This really is...
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember?
Oi, churchman. You've seen Count Luis like...
An illusion, eh? What if I... Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty humans. Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like...
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman?
All right, all right. Let's keep things civil, eh?
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll...
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for aid. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. What are we about to see?
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you...
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to...
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter...
This royal scepter. The royal magic. Why, someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single... Listen well, O king. Huh. So it's true. In other words, if I took hold of it now...
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visit... And yet, what happened to our village?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer.